Hello and welcome to Montverde versus DME Sports Academy here at DME Sports Academy today. We got the post-grad elite team versus Montverde post-grad. Looking to be a tough contest. Here we go. About to tip. And with me today on Color Analyst we have Lauren Turner.
Seemed to be some delay going on right now. Not sure what's going on.
We're having a shot clock error at the moment. Here we go and get this fixed up real quick.
And while they're fixing that, you know, there were supposed to be 2 games today, a 2 p.m. and a 4 p.m., but the 4 p.m. was canceled. Montverde called today and said the national team could not get out of a school obligation, so it'll only be 1 game. And I know the post-grad DME National was very, you know, a little disappointed about that.
Yeah, absolutely. This will be a really fun game for Coach Trippett. I know he's played Montverde twice. Won both contests, look to go 3-0 against Montverde for the season. So, all right, looks like we're going to get this figured out and get the tip going.
Carnatifo leaves the court. Not sure what's going on right now. And actually our play-by-play, Alex Pickett, he's actually on his way to go fix the problem they're going through. So we'll be hopefully on our way very, very soon. All right. Leave it to Mr. Alex Pickett, the man at DME, to figure it out. All right. Looks like we're going to get this game rolling. All right, Alex, man of many talents.
About underway. Here we go.
Here we go.
And White wins the tip, and it will actually go to Montverde off the deflection. Post-grad league doing a really good job here with the switches on defense. Really good job by Chris Dijon there, playing his first game of the season today after coming off knee surgery last season.
Yes, a torn ACL. And this is his first game back. It's very interesting to see what he's going to do today.
Shot clock. Chris taking to the basket. It's good to see him getting aggressive right away.
Yes.
Get his feet wet a little bit. We'll have Chris Dijon go to the line.
Because, of course, when you get back in the game, you have to get a feel for it.
First shot is good for Chris Dijon.
All right, another delay. Right now, something's still going on with the shot clock. Actually, Alex Piggott has left me again to try to fix what's going on. That's all right. All right, and Chris is 2 out of 2.
And immediately DME goes into the press. Like to see them go aggressive today. Last bout between these two was quite not as competitive as it would have liked to be for Montverde. So we'll see if he'll try to fight in this one. Turnover by Montverde. Nice little steal by Frank Monpoint. Frank forces up a shot. Terry Lee on the Montverde on the rebound. We go in transition from Montverde. Point guard will look to find the corner. They're going to reset. And that's a 2-pointer from Montverde. Tie ball game. Ball's loose. We go Trey Williams on attack. We got a double dribble call by the referee. Turnover by Trey Williams, number 3. Here we go, and Montverde will inbound. DME still in that extended press. It looks like a 1-3-1 extended zone. Going to try and trap at the hot corners at half. Loose ball here, and it will be DME ball going the other way.
DME Elite did a great job of defending that possession.
Absolutely. They were in the passing lanes there. It looks like that 1-3-1 is really disrupting Montverde at the moment. See if DME can get it going here on offense. Been a little stagnant for the first few possessions. Turnover there by Frank Monpoint. He gets it immediately back. And he turns it right back. Montverde with the open layup.
DME Elite just needs to learn how to settle down, figure out what's best right now.
Absolutely. DME at the moment having some trouble getting to their basic offense. See if they can get that going. Oh, and a foul. Looks like it's on the floor. No shot. It'll be baseline out of bounds. And the missed layup by Frank Monpoint. Rebounded by Trey Williams. Nice little hustle play. And DME will keep it thanks to the hustle by Trey Williams.
Despite the missed layup, I love how aggressive Frank is. He always goes for the ball no matter what's going on. And no foul is caught. That's how you get to the line.
Nice little possession there by DME. Weren't able to run their offense very cleanly, but still getting 2 shots from the free throw line. Say a job well done. The first of the 2 is made by Frank Monpoint. Here goes the second. And both are good. DME will still look to press here, try and keep Montverde out of their offense. And they're going to go back into man. And a rebound by Carlin Tifo, looking out to get out here on the break. Chris Deshawn picks the ball up, throws it ahead to Frank Monpoint. Hey, and what a putback by Carlin Tifo. Very aggressive.
Carl this year has been working very, very hard. You can see the improvement in his game tremendously.
Carl has improved significantly. He's starting to get more aggressive, starting to get a lot of fun to watch. Skip pass by Montverde. Way to recover by DME. And that's a 3, and that will be good. Montverde. DME a little late on the rotations there. Great extra pass by Chris DeJean. Oh, unlucky by Terry Lee. DME back in transition now. Great extra pass. Wow, great possession
finish
there by DME.
One thing about Terry Lee, he is a great finisher. That's what he's known for, getting to the basket and finishing.
Three rebound by Trey Williams. They're going to try and push in the break here. Great pass by Trey Williams. Oh, forced up by Chris DeJean. No good. And we're going to call a travel here. Turnover by Montverde. And Dimitri Richardson will check in here for Chris DeJean. Nice for Chris to get his legs going a little bit in his first game back. Dimitri Richardson, number 2, checking in from St. Martin, small island in the Pacific. There he goes. And he swings the ball. Loose ball there by Terry Lee. Nice and aggressive. Forces up a shot, and it's a turnover by Terry Lee.
I think that's the 4th turnover DME has had.
DME is struggling on the offensive end at the moment. Can't seem to get anything going. Need to switch it up a little bit. And here we go, and DME still back. They're back in their man-to-man defense. Colin Tifo, good job on the ball there. Good on the connection. Oh, that would have been an open shot. Recovered well by Carl. Great job by Dimitri Richardson covering that pick and roll. A little late on the contest by Carlin Tifo. That's a 3 for Montverde. DME will look to answer.
Seems like DME needs to pick up the energy. They just seem a little bit
flat at the moment.
Yeah.
Aggressive move by Carlin Tifo. Blocked by Montverde. They're on the break. Great recovery by DME. Will penetrate middle. Great extra pass. Dump down. And DME actually did a pretty solid job recovering there. But the shot falls. DME bring the ball up. It's a loose ball by DME. Oh, and they got a 4-on-5 situation. Got to take advantage here. Look to make the extra pass.
Good pass.
Oh, and a foul. That was a hard foul on Dimitri Richardson. He will go to the line for 2. Great extra pass there by Carlin Tifo with the 4-on-5. See if Dimitri can knock these down, make it a 3-point game. Coach Tribbett giving some wise words to Carl about the last possession on defense. Probably talking a little bit about the rotations. And the first one by Dimitri is good. Second shot is good by Dimitri. Though they're not getting anything done on the offensive end, it's a good thing they're knocking down their free throws, or this could be a much bigger margin. Great job on the switch by Trey Williams. See if Carl, great job by Carl. Wow, great job by Frank Montpoint, double teaming that post. Great recovery by Dimitri, and he steps out of bounds. Great defensive possession there by DME Postgrad Elite.
I know Coach Tribbett talked about that's one of the biggest things with this team is that showing up defensively, and they're starting to pick it up.
Absolutely. In the first couple games they've had in this new team, they've had issues guarding man-to-man, but it looks like they're doing a good job today. Hopefully they can get it picked up on the offensive end. We got a foul here on number 1 on Montverde. Be a side out for DME. Foul count is actually at 5-0 right now for DME, so hopefully they can continue to be aggressive. Great pass by Terry Lee. And the foul. Frank Monpoint will go to the line for 2. A lot of free throws so far for DME. Looks to be their only offense at the moment. I like the way they're moving the ball. Just can't get any solid open shots at the moment. First shot by Frank Monpoint is no good. Checking in for Montverde, number 14 for number 10. We have Chris DeJean checking back in for DME. And the second free throw is good for DME post grab by Frank Monpoint. Chris DeJean will check back in from New Jersey. Great defense by DME. Oh, and that'll be the first foul call on DME today. It will be on Chris DeJean. Frank Monpoint checking back into the game for Terry Lee.
I think Chris is doing very well for his first game back. You know, you got to get those jitters out. You got to get your feet wet. Got to get your heart pumping. I think he's doing a really, really good job.
Absolutely. Talked to him this morning before the game, and he actually told me he was very excited for the game. So it's good to see that he's getting out there well.
Yeah. And you know, he said he had a football-first mentality at the age of 13, but then it transferred over to basketball when he got older.
You can see it in a little bit of the way he plays.
Yes.
Head down, not afraid of contact. And DME is on the break. To take advantage here, Dimitri Richardson with a layup, extra pass, and it's a goaltend. Great extra pass there by Dimitri Richardson. Trey Williams with the bucket on the goaltend.
Yes.
See if DME can take care of it on the defensive end here.
A lot of people underestimate Dimitri, but he's a really good player. Once he's on the floor and he's able to generate that energy, he's a really good player. Dimitri
definitely has long arms, gets a lot of loose balls, can defend. Really improved on his offensive game also, so great to have Dimitri here. Good defense by DME, extra pass, rebound, Frank Monpoint, and it's off DME. It'll be Montverde ball. Good steal by Frank Monpoint, getting on the loose ball. Oh, and he turns it right back over. Frank's just got to settle down and slow it down a little bit. Seems like he's playing a little bit too fast at the moment. Great pass by Dimitri. That's good team basketball by DME.
It's all about the extra passes. Every time they make an extra pass, they score.
Absolutely.
They need to keep doing that.
Coach Tribbett trying to get the guys to apply some pressure here. Great defense
all
by
right,
DME.
and a turnover.
Coaching works, great extra pass. Just as Lauren had stated, those extra passes in transition are really getting the job done for DME. Ooh, a little miscommunication there on the switch, but Chris recovers. And that's a bucket by Montverde. 17-15 at the moment, DME. It's been a tight contest at the moment. Neither team really scoring very efficiently, but a lot of defense and extra effort. Trey Williams with the drive to the basket. Extra pass outside. Frank Monpoint with the mid-range. It's short. Rebound Montverde. DME having trouble rebounding on the defensive end at the moment. A lot of offensive rebounds from Montverde, giving them a lot of second chance opportunities.
They're struggling with box out. They need to box out.
First of the 2 free throws from Montverde is good. The second one is no good. Rebound by Carlin Tifo. Carl not really impacting on the scoreboard right now, but he's getting a lot of rebounds and a lot of blocked shots, so hopefully that can continue for him. Trey Ball picks the ball up. Great cut there by Frank Monpoint. Long 3 by Chris DeJean is good.
You need those confidence boosters. He just got back from an injury, made a 3. He's trying to get this game rolling.
And I've seen Chris make those shots like that quite a bit, so not really confident in him making those shots all day. The early jump by Dimitri. No good. Montverde with another offensive rebound.
One of the big keys in this game is going to be rebounding. They're going to have to figure out a way, box out, talk about it, do something.
Great help there by Trey Williams. Forces the turnover. DME on the break. Slow it down. Great swing there by Chris DeJean. Unlucky by Frank Monpoint picking the ball up. Kind of stagnated the offense there a little bit. Long 3 by Frank Monpoint is good. DME holds the lead of 23-16.
One thing I love about Frank Monpoint's game is that he stays aggressive all the way through. He can have 0 points up to 2 minutes left in the game. He's still going to shoot like he has 20.
Frank really plays with some confidence, absolutely. And the foul there is going to be on Trey Williams for going over the back. Again, DME giving Montverde a second chance here to score the basketball. Kind of hard when you get a guard twice as many possessions. Inbound by Montverde. DME does a good job of guarding the inbounds play. Penetration, extra pass. And it looks like Montverde's running a 2-2-1 press here. See how DME breaks it. Extra pass by Frank, long 3, Chris DeJean, no good. Hits top of the backboard, out of bounds, going the other way.
And that's all right. That's not a bad shot. It was a great pass. Just didn't fall. He shouldn't take offense to that. Just keep going.
Great shot by Chris, but it would have been nice to see the one more extra pass to the corner there.
You're right.
Saw Terry Lee wide open. We got a clock error here. Gonna reset. Great steal by Dimitri. Really hustling right now. Great layup by Dimitri. Dimitri's brought a lot of energy off the bench today. Forcing a lot of steals. Been great in transition. Hopefully he can continue this for DME. Long 3 by Montverde is rebounded by none other than Dimitri Richardson. Terry Lee now on the fast break. Forced up a shot, and that's a tough layup. A lot of contact there.
There he goes again. Terry Lee is known for finishing. He's a great finisher.
And
Montverde playing a little too fast. Chris DeJean forces a turnover on Montverde. It'll be DME ball. Nice little stretch here by DME, creating a little 8-point lead.
Terry Lee looking surprised that they didn't call a foul on that last possession.
Tip back. We got a timeout call here by Coach Tribbett. Wants to talk about the offense, not very efficient at the moment. Maybe we can get some things going with the timeout. So far, it's been a very brutal game to watch. A lot of turnovers for both teams. Both teams playing really hard. Maybe we need to slow it down just a little bit. But looks like Dimitri Richardson and Chris DeJean leading the way so far for DME Postgrad Elite. Here we go, it'll be a DME inbound. This is John driving to the lane. Dishes it out to Terry Lee. Swing pass, no good. That'll be a shot clock violation. The ball did not touch the rim. Poor execution there by DME out of the timeout. Like to get that cleaned up here in the second half. Great help there by Dimitri. Solid defensive possession by Dimitri Richardson. And again, the offensive rebound by Montverde, killing DME at the moment.
They're giving up a lot of rebounds, a lot of rebounds.
Turnover there by DME.
They're starting to lose the energy and the flow that they had in the first 10 minutes of the game.
Absolutely.
They're going to have to figure out how to get themselves back going.
Now down to a 4-point game for Montverde. Looks like they're bringing the press. We'll see if DME is able to break it. DME really gone stagnant in the last 3 or 4 minutes.
I know Coach Tribbett, that's one of the main things he focused on in practice. He makes sure he always practices the press so they know exactly what to do when they're faced with this.
Dimitri again. Forced up a layup. Great offensive rebound by Carl. Saved a bucket there for Carl and Tifo.
Carl now with 4 points.
And it will stay Montverde ball.
Carl's actually averaging 2.2 rebounds a game.
Oh, and Terry Lee gets a finger on that. It's got to have that. Extra pass, dish to the corner, top of the backboard. It's going to go the other way for DME. And checking the game now will be Quan Bird for Dimitri Richardson. Dimitri will get a break after a nice little stretch. Quan Bird is actually from Daytona, a local kid.
Quan's a very, very hard worker. He just makes sure he keeps his head up high and make sure he gets better every single day.
Now we had turnover on post-grad elite.
Now a 4-point game.
Well, and a great pass there by Terry Lee in transition. For
now advances 6 points.
Coach Trippett really preaching right here on the defensive end. Wants to get some stops. Having trouble. And shots up, and it's a long three by Montverde to make it a 3-point game.
I know one of the main things Coach Trippett preaches is that he wants his players to take pride in his defense.
Great pull-up mid-range by Trey Williams. He's going to get his own rebound. Great cut by Frank Mompoint with the missed layup. Oh, and that's killed him this game. A lot of missed layups by DME. Though they are being aggressive, they got to get those to fall. Trey Williams with another missed layup for DME. Great offensive rebound there, probably forced by Carlin Tifo. Extra pass, and the shot is short. Montverde on the break, long pass over the top, and that's a bucket for Montverde, 1-point game.
Terry Lee exited the game a little bit frustrated just of how he's playing right now. I know he wants to give more because he's used to having, better games.
Coach Tripp really relies on Terry Lee on the offensive end and seems to be struggling quite a bit. Hopefully Terry can get it going in the second half. Great deflection there by Carl. Ooh, DME's got to have that. Great response by Trey Williams with the throw ahead. And Dimitri Richardson again carrying a lot of the load for DME at the moment.
DME has to realize every time they throw an extra pass, an extra great pass, they score.
Trey Williams may not be filling up the stat sheet at the moment, but you can see the hustle at the moment is really changing the game. Great defense by Frank Mompoint. Hopefully Trey can keep it there. Good, and a turnover by Montverde.
Great defense. Great defense.
Coach Trippett giving his instructions. Hopefully DME can run the play. And a loose ball. Frank Mompoint with the ill-advised pass.
The atmosphere, they just seem a little frustrated down the line, maybe because they're up 3. They know they could be playing better, but the energy is just really low for DME Elite.
Started the game on such a high note, turning the ball over. It seems to be a little bit deflated at the moment. Hopefully they can get something going here. Extra pass, and that's a good 3, and it's a tie ball game. With about 5 seconds left, DME inbounds the ball. Extra shot from half court, and it is no good. Oh, and that was actually a 3. First half thoughts. DME struggling on the offensive end while doing a
decent job on the defensive end, really struggling to get those rebounds on the defensive side. A lot of Montverde's points have come off the offensive rebounds and the kick-out threes. Hopefully DME can pick it up a little bit on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's going to be a really big thing. The defensive rebounds. I think Montverde has scored about 15 of their 32 points off of putbacks and second chances. So they're going to really have to figure out how to box out and get those defensive rebounds.
It looks like for the second half, they really need to get Terry Lee and Trey Williams going. They've struggled in the first half, really rely on them offensively. And just like we've mentioned, it looks like defensive rebound and boxing out. Stop giving Montverde all of those second chance points.
And one thing they can do is pick up the energy. It just seems like they're just dragging it out right now. They had to get some energy from off the bench on the court and figure out how can they motivate themselves to really take this ball game and further the score out.
I'd like to see them press a little bit more in the second half. Early on in the first half, they pressed the ball and started to create some turnovers. Late on in that second half, seemed to get deflated a little bit and tired. We'll see. We'll take a little break here. Tune back in about 8 minutes.
No? You did a great job. What's somebody going to do, fire you?
And we're back here for the second half of DME versus Montverde. Just had a conversation with Coach Tribb at halftime, looking to really start finishing layups in transition and get some more defensive rebounds. We'll see if they can run the offense a little bit better than they did in the first half too. But he's liking their aggressiveness. Just would like to see them finish some plays off.
DME has done a great job with rebounding on the offensive end, but I really hope they can pick it up on the defensive end and making sure they're limiting the second chances for Montverde.
And it'll be a DME post-grad elite ball to start the second half. The inbound to Frank Monpoint. Dijon on the wing will swing it to Carlin Tifo. And Monpoint will attack, and the basket is no good. Rebound Montverde. Transition, they're going to pull up in transition. The three is good, and Montverde will take a 2-point lead.
And that is Artem Mukahambitov.
Very good pronunciation there by Lauren. And DME looking to slow it down a little bit, and Trey Williams with the three. It is no good. Rebound. Ball will go to Montverde. Long three. Montverde is good, and the foul. Opportunity at a 4-point play, not the way that DME wanted to start the second half. And at the line right now is number 4, Eric Angelo for Montverde. Looking to finish off the 4-point play.
Eric's been very quiet this game.
And again, the offensive rebound. Oh, no, it's back to DME. Chris Dijon fights for the rebound.
Chris is very impressive coming off an ACL injury. He's been working out here at DME for about 4 months, trying to get his knee right. And he's very impressive, just trying to give as much as he can, whether it's scoring, just hustling and bringing energy to the game.
And just coming off of a jump ball in between Terry Lee and a Montverde player, and it will be back to Montverde. DME really suffering some turnovers early on in the second half.
DME actually finished the first half with 10 turnovers. So they definitely are looking to better that number for the second half.
Long three by Montverde is rebounded by Montverde. Penetration, the deflection, and where DME is on the break. One-on-one for Trey Williams. Hopefully he can finish here, and that is good. And Trey Williams gets DME on the book for the second half.
Trey Williams now with 8 points up. He's a great finisher. He has an all-around game. He knows how to dribble the ball up the floor and finish very well. Very impressive with his game.
Swing by Montverde and the three, and it's good as the shot clock expires. That's really tough for DME defending for all 30 seconds for them to get a basket off of that.
And this is the first time Montverde has taken his highest lead, and now a timeout for Coach Tribb.
Coach Tribb is really going to communicate here to limit the turnovers. A lot of opportunities gone to waste so far for DME. Montverde really taking advantage here.
Coach Tribb is telling them about their communication, how they need to bring it up a notch and talk on defense and make sure they're communicating the right way.
Yeah, and especially with the team being very new and a lot of new players mixed in, it's really important to communicate to build that team chemistry. They don't quite have it yet, but we'll continue to work on it.
Yeah, and as you know, DME Sports Academy actually put down DME Blue and DME White Postgrad, and now they only have DME Postgrad Elite and DME Postgrad National. So they definitely need to build their chemistry because what they've practiced maybe
Four or five
times. So it's a learning process. They're just going to have to learn how each other play and feed off of each other.
It'll be DME on the inbound to Frank Monpoint. Montverde still on a 2-2-1 press here. Trey Williams will look to break it, swing to Chris DeJean. Penetrates and forces one up, and no call.
Chris DeJean definitely looking for that foul, but they didn't give it to him.
And Montverde takes to the basket, and it's good. Building an 8-point lead, they will go back to the 2-2-1 press.
Great move by O.C. Price.
Right ahead to Carlin Tifo. And swing it to Frank Monpoint. Terry Lee will go on one-on-one. Brings it back out. And Trey Williams will set up a play. A lot of pressure being felt here by DME. Montverde is really getting after him on the defensive end. Great kick by Terry Lee, and that's a long three by Chris. Long rebound by Frank Monpoint. Extra pass. It's good.
Every single time they make an extra pass, they score. They benefit from it. So they're going to have to keep finding the right players to make sure they're getting the best shot they can.
And Trey Williams with both buckets for DME in the second half. Hopefully they can find some other scoring options. And a tough layup there by number 4, Eric Anguilero by Montverde. Chris DeJean looking to break the 2-2-1 press, swings it to Frank Monpoint. And he takes it to the rack, and that's a tough layup by Frank. A lot of contact there, looking for the foul, but with the no call. Montverde playing in the half court. Swing the ball. With the long three, and it's no good. Rebound, DME. And the forced pass by Chris DeJean is cut off, but rebounded by Carlin Tifo. Trey Williams will now attack. Setting up the play here is Trey. Swings it to Frank Monpoint. And Terry Lee will take it to the rack, forces up a shot. It's no good. Montverde ball the other way. Montverde's really trying to get it going on the offensive end. Gets him to jump. Long two, no good, air ball. Trey with a great pass to Terry Lowe. He doesn't handle it very well. Frank Monpoint on the foul. Good little extra pass there by Terry Lee, and Frank Monpoint going to the line for two.
Great extra pass by Terry Lee. He's very athletic. I love his game, and he has amazing bounce. I don't know if you know that, Alex.
Yeah, we've seen him catch a few oops here at DME practice. Frank Monpoint with the first shot. It is good. DME did a good job of hitting free throws in the first half. A lot of their offense early came from the free throw line.
Frank is actually 4 for 5 from the free throw line right now with 7 points. I know he was struggling a little bit with turnovers, but he's definitely bringing it on the offensive side.
And that's a violation by Carlin Tifo, stepping out of the zone while the ball has been inbounded.
That's the worst, when you're working hard and just a silly mistake like that.
A little bit of a mental error there. We'll get it moving. Montverde swinging the ball very nicely on the offensive end. Montverde swings it out, going to the lane, and that's a 2-pointer for Montverde. Back up to a 7-point lead.
Back up 7-point lead. It started off back-to-back. They're going to have to figure out how to get it together defensively.
DME White, Trey Williams forcing one up, and that's a tough layup. Trey Williams has really carried DME here in the second half.
Right now with 12 points, he's doing a really, really good job finishing and just leading his team.
Trey really acts as a team leader for this post-grad elite team. Played for Coach Tribbett all year, so has a great relationship with him, and I think has a lot of trust. Now Montverde moving the ball again well on the offensive end. Up and under. Great defense by Trey Williams there. Got to get the rebound there, and it will be a shot clock violation by Montverde. Be a turnover, and we back to DME.
Trey Williams was actually born in Syracuse, New York, but moved to Tampa, so he's been growing as a basketball player.
You say New York. His dad actually played baseball at Syracuse. Also played in the Olympics with the USA baseball team. So I know Trey has a lot of history in the New York area. DME will inbound after the defensive stop. Coach Tribbett yelling his instructions. Penetration by Frank, and almost turns it over. Swing to the corner to Colin Tifo. Be back, and Frank Mompoint to the paint, and he'll shoot 2 at the line, and the layup is no good.
Frank Mompoint game, even when he's struggling, is very impressive. He stays aggressive. Great overall game.
This will be the first of 2. The first shot is good. And number 2 is good. Frank Mompoint shooting really well from the line today. It's good to see that, as Frank's had some difficulty on the free throw line lately, and that will be a foul on Frank Mompoint, number 0 on DME.
Frank is now 6 for 7 from the free throw line, so he's doing very well for his percentage at the free throw.
Nice to see him stay aggressive there on the defensive end. Inbounds by Montverde. Montverde again doing a really good job swinging the ball side to side. They'll go inside, and it is an offensive rebound for Montverde. Turns into a jump ball. It'll go the other way. Montverde really doing a good job on the offensive end, swinging the ball side to side. Hopefully DME can get in those passing lanes and disrupt that a little bit in the second half. Now a 3-point game. Montverde is still pressing in that 2-2-1 press. Dimitri Richardson picking up some pace with the extra pass to Quambert, extra pass to Trey Williams, and the 3 is no good. And an extra hustle play by Dimitri Richardson earns DME a second chance here. Dimitri swings it to Carlin Tifo on the post. He will pump fake and go up. No good. Dimitri on the offensive rebound, and it's good.
Dimitri's had a solid performance tonight. He has 8 points, doing very, very well, bringing a lot of energy off the bench.
Wow, that's a tough basket by Bikin Biombo of Montverde over Carlin Tifo.
Biombo actually has a brother that's in place for the Orlando Magic, Bismack Biombo. So I'm sure he has a lot of shoes to fill while he's playing.
And that'll be another missed shot by DME, and Montverde is on the break. And swinging the ball side to side. Kicks it out. And the 2 is good for Montverde, extending that lead back out to 5 points. Still in this 2-2-1 press. It looks like they've broken it. Oh, and an ill-advised pass right into the passing lane. Montverde takes it back and turns it right back over. Frank Monpoint with the 2. Very tough layup there by Frank Monpoint. Again, Montverde passing the ball very well. Montverde applying the pressure. Carlin Tifo with the switch. 8 seconds on the shot clock. They'll get it inside, and there's a foul called.
That was great defense by DME Elite.
The foul will be on Quan Bird. I believe that's his first.
Quan is a very hard worker. When he gets in, he makes sure he shows his presence. He's a really hard worker. Very impressive player.
As you say, you see Quan does come up here quite a bit late at night to shoot. He does have a very strong motor. He works very hard on his game. And this will be the inbound for Montverde. Montverde brings the ball in, about 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Great switch by Carl, good communication. Pump fake, he'll penetrate. Good recovery by Dimitri Richardson. Oh, and it looked like a great charge attempt by Frank Monpoint, but nothing is called. Trey Williams in transition, late pass, and it is no good, the 3. Oh, and Montverde will be back in transition. Frank Monpoint at the rim, and there's a block call. Frank Monpoint.
I know Frank is a little frustrated. The second time he flopped on the floor hoping for that charge call, but
yeah, Frank is very adept for taking charges, has led the way this season for Coach Tribbett. Coach Tribbett actually has a chart. He keeps 4 charges. He likes to think that's his most important stat. Calls it his play hard chart. And the second free throw is good for Montverde to extend it to a 4-point lead.
yeah, well, everyone know at DME you have to play hard to play for Coach Tribbett.
Absolutely. Oh, and another turnover by DME. And the 3 is good by Montverde, and then it'll be a timeout for DME. DME keeps fighting back, bringing that lead back to about 2 or 3, and Montverde just continues to answer it back.
Definitely, they have done a great job for making sure they're finding the perfect shot for their player.
I think it's important for DME here to really settle down on the offensive end, get some good shots, and then work on getting a score and a stop, getting this back to about a 1 or a 2 point game, and just grinding the rest of it out.
And with Frank being kind of, slow today, he's actually averaging 10 points a game. He handles the ball very, very well despite his performance tonight. And his energy just carries on for the team. So, hopefully he figures it out so he can lead his team to victory.
Yeah, we'd really like to see Terry Lee get going here in the last 10 minutes. Terry's been a big player for Coach Tribbett this year. He's been very slow tonight, hasn't gotten his shot to fall. Hopefully here in this last 10 minutes we can get Terry Lee going.
Yeah, Terry Lee actually just came back from China. He was there for a couple weeks visiting his family. He's interested in playing for the national China team. So, he's probably just getting his feet back wet and trying to get it going out here.
It'll be DME to inbound. The inbound is to Frank Monpoint. Still, Montverde using that press. It's been very effective for them, forcing a lot of turnovers, and Quan Bird forces up the shot and gets the foul call. Be 2 shots for Quan Bird. Going in there with the trees.
Quan is actually a newcomer. He's only been playing basketball for 3 years.
Quan actually played football, I believe, over at Lanning High School here in Daytona.
Ooh. Oh, so he's a local.
And no good. 0 for 2 from the line for Quan Bird. It's 2 big shots if you want to get back into this game. Hopefully DME can get a stop here on the defensive end. Great ball movement again by Montverde with the long 3. It's a short. Again, DME giving up the offensive rebound and a foul. Just like the first half, these offensive rebounds are really starting to get to DME. DME really needed to get on the defensive rebounds here in the second half. And the first one is good by Biombo. Shot remaining for Biombo to extend this lead to 7 points, to 9 points. It is no good. Frank Monpoint leading the charge here for DME. Quan Bird, 12 seconds on the shot clock. Looking to get a good shot here for DME. Frank Monpoint takes it to the rim. Trey Williams on the offensive rebound and does what he's so good at with that turnaround hook shot.
Once again, a great finisher. Now with 12 points. Trey's been doing a really good job.
Just like you said, Lauren, Trey is really good around the basket. Works on the Curry drill, what Coach Tripp calls it, with just an assortment of finishes around the rim. And Montverde with a turnover, and here's Trey Williams in transition. Great layup to get it down to a 4-point game. Now hopefully DME can get the stop down here. Dimitri Richardson guarding the ball. Montverde. Great block by Carl and Tifo. And again, unable to get the rebound. DME gives up another offensive rebound to Montverde. In return, Montverde with the 2-point bucket to extend it back to a 6-point lead. Great extra pass by Quan, and Trey Williams again in the paint.
16 points for Trey Williams. He's a great finisher, and when it comes down to it, the ball should be in his hands.
Trey is really carrying DME the second half. Oh, and the late rotation. And we got 2 shots going up for number 44 on Montverde.
Trey is actually averaging 11 points a game. And one thing I find very impressive that he's not showing tonight, he's a very good 3-point shot. He's actually shooting 41% for the season. And he has a really good form, good shot, and everything.
Yeah, you never want to leave Trey open in the corner if you're on defense. Trey can hit that down whenever he wants. Would like to see him hit one coming down here on the way down.
Definitely.
And both free throws are no good. DME really needs to take advantage here. Frank Monpoint driving the lane. Great spin move. Reset back up to the top, swing to Dimitri Richardson. Shot by Dimitri. It is short, and the rebound by Biombo of Montverde. They're out on the break. Great deflection there by Frank Monpoint. We got a 3-on-1 situation. Trey Williams again with the bucket and one. Just as Lawrence preached all game, Trey really doing a great job finishing around the rim. Definitely carried the team here in the second half.
Trey has scored about 8 points in the last 5, maybe 4 minutes. Yeah,
I think about the last 3 possessions, all of them have come from a Trey Williams bucket. Trey Williams to make it a 1-point game. It's good.
Trey with 19 points. Awesome performance tonight.
Starting to get down to about the 6-minute mark. This game is getting very competitive. And we've got a foul. And we've got some technicals to be handed out here between Dimitri Richardson and number 44 of Montverde.
You know, that's just not smart. You're down by 1, Montverde's up by 1. It's not smart to get a technical. Free shots, just not smart.
Definitely got to keep your cool here. Looks like they're going to go ahead and talk this over real quick. You're totally right, Lauren. In that situation, you got to keep your cool. It's a competitive game, but you just got to outsmart the other team. We'll see what they're going after here. Might be a double technical on both Dimitri Richardson and O.C. Price of Montverde. As we were saying, 6 minutes left in this game, 1-point game for DME. It looks like Trey Williams has been the guy to go to so far. Hopefully they continue and go through him. I'd like to see Frank Monpoint, Chris DeJean, Terry Lee, some of these guys that we know can score, take advantage here. It looks like the call on the floor will be a double technical for both. Will be a technical for both teams. Checking back in for DME is Terry Lee.
I really hope Terry Lee gets it going and show off his athleticism because he's a great player.
He really is. He's a special talent for sure. Now Montverde swinging the ball again very well. Carlin Tifo on the help, and the basket is no good. DME, and they struggle to end the offensive possession from Montverde, and they answer with a big two-pointer.
That's why you have to take care of the ball. Silly things like that, giving them second chances, they're going to take advantage.
Really, just like you said, Lauren, they're really beating themselves at the moment. Terry Lee trying to get going here. That's a big-time bucket by Terry Lee.
Big-time bucket. Sometimes I don't know why he doesn't just go up and slam it down. Terry Lee's so athletic, but he's doing a very, very good job of getting back in and making himself known.
Looking to go one-on-one here is Carlin Tifo guarding the ball. Frank Monpoint forces the turnover. Trey Williams will be in transition. This is where you want to be if you're DME with Trey Williams with the hand. Oh, unlucky on the finish. Unlucky by DME. Trey Williams really forcing up a shot there.
That's the one you just got to get back and play some good defense.
Now DME's got to get a stop here. This will be a big stop for their confidence going forward. Get the help up. Terry Lee, great defense. Got to get the rebound. Oh, and again, DME giving up another offensive rebound. Frank Monpoint walling up. Bayamba going up, and that's a 2. It's a 3-point lead. Montverde still in the 2-2-1 press. DME has not done a very good job breaking it all night, and we'll have a foul called here on O.C. Price of DME. This will be a sideline out of bounds for.
You have to give DME Elite credit. They've been playing very well with only a 8-person roster compared to Montverde's 14. So they're trying to hold their own, but they're going to have to figure it out with these rebounds to make sure they're not giving too many second chances for Montverde.
Absolutely, and actually, really, the DME bench has only been about 7 today because Will Finney from Brooklyn, New York, is actually dealing with a toe injury at the moment.
I was wondering why he didn't get in the game and what's going on, because he's a great player. He gives a lot of energy, a lot of passion for the game.
Absolutely, very athletic. Be the first of 2 here of the one-on-one here for Frank Monpoint.
Frank Monpoint's 7 for 8 at the free throw line.
Those are 2 big shots by Frank Monpoint. Inbound here by Montverde. This will be a big defensive possession for DME. Try and get a stop and take this lead back. Long shot by Montverde. They've got to get DME with the rebound. Yes. Finally are able to end a possession for DME. Oh. Got 2 seconds to get it over. Oh. And there's a timeout by DME.
Great.
Very close to a 10-second call there for Carlin Tifo.
That's a great decision by Coach Tribb. He knew they were starting to bobble with the basketball, needed to get over, call a timeout. Very good coaching by Coach Tribb.
I really think Coach Tribb's doing a great job today. Obviously, he's only had these players for about 2 weeks, and he's making the most of what he's got. And he's working out really hard with these guys. They're working really hard for him also.
Definitely. I think one of the main things Coach Tribb teaches about is about passion for the game. And as you can see, as the time is going down and we're getting to the end of the game, everyone's starting to pick it up and play for a reason.
Absolutely. Big thing has been for DME Elite in the past 2 or 3 games. They haven't been able to close out games or play in the pressure situation, so this is a really good opportunity for them to finish this game out.
Definitely, definitely.
Again, DME very lucky there to not be called for the 10-second mark. There's only 19 seconds left on the shot clock. It's really depending on where they place this ball in the out of bounds. And DME is going to come out with Carlin Tifo, Terry Lee, Frank Monpoint, Quan Bird, and Trey Williams.
And Coach Tribb is again talking about the communication that needs to be there, definitely during the last 4 minutes of the game.
Very bad. They got a travel there by Terry Lee. Trey Williams really forcing a pass there, making it very tough for Terry Lee.
Another turnover by DME. That makes their 15th turnover. They're going to have to figure it out to limit the turnovers for these last 4 minutes.
It'll be very important going down the stretch. DME really needing a stop here, and that's a big miss by number 44, O.C. Price of Montverde.
DME Elite has to take advantage of this possession right now. Coming under the 4-minute mark, after that mistake from Montverde, they're going to have to take advantage and try to score this possession.
Absolutely, Lauren. You talk about capitalizing. This would be a great time for DME to take care of this. Oh, and almost another turnover here by DME.
DME Elite needs to slow it down. There's no rush right now. They don't have to force everything they do.
Terry Lee with a big-time bucket and one.
Terry Lee athleticism is just so impressive to me. He goes in, drive in, misses it, get his own rebound, and now he's at the free throw line.
This will be a nice shot to bring it to a 2-point lead here. The free throw is good by Terry Lee.
Terry Lee is speaking a lot of volume this second half. He's doing very, very well.
Seconds left on the shot clock, and OC drives the lane, and Carlin Tifo with the rebound. Got a 2-on-1 break for Trey Williams and Frank Monpoint, and Trey with a big-time bucket.
Trey decides to take it himself. That's right, 21 points for Trey Williams right now.
Great effort by the young man from New York, Syracuse, New York.
And now we have taken this lead back, 62-68 DME.
Enters the post for Montverde. Kicks it back out to O.C. Price. He will take Carlin Tifo one-on-one and swings it. Sam Paris for 3. It's good.
That's a tough shot.
That's a big-time make for Sam Paris. Now DME needs a good shot here. It looks like Montverde looking to trap. And almost another turnover here for DME.
DME has to learn not to dribble right to the corner, right to the trap. They need to spread out the floor and make sure they're giving themselves the best opportunity that they can.
Absolutely, Lauren. You're making a great point. They keep dribbling into that corner and forcing their own turnovers. And inbound, Trey Williams to Frank Monpoint. A lot of pressure being applied here by Montverde. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Terry Lee's going to drive left. And a turnover by Terry Lee. DME. Montverde on the break. No good. Bayambo with the follow, and Montverde will take the lead.
This is where it comes to. You have to take care of the ball. 2-minute mark. You guys have to make sure you're giving your team the best opportunity you can.
Frank Monpoint with the kick. Carl Antifa with the spin. No good. And 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Terry Lee's going to drive the lane. Tough layup. It's no, and they call a charge. Wow, very questionable call made there by the referee.
I don't agree with that call at all.
It did look like he was in the restricted area.
I don't know, Alex. I don't like that call.
The defenseman was in the restricted area. The half circle is what I'm talking about. I agree with you. I believe that we're all good here, and Montverde is back with a 1-point lead. This is a big-time defensive possession for DME. And that's a big bucket by Montverde, number 4, Eric Anglo. At 1 point on the break. Oh, and an offensive foul is called on Trey Williams.
DME Elite can't lose confidence right now. 2 calls against them. They just need to stop right now, come back, take their time on what they need to get this game back in, to get them back in the game.
Again, Montverde moving the ball really well at the top.
DME Elite has to communicate on this defensive side. That's the only way they'll be able to make a great stop.
Big rebound by Quanberg. No time to force this and get a good shot, and Trey Williams with the turnover. And a foul on Frank Monpoint. And Montverde will go to the line.
I know they feel like the clock is against them, but they can still take a couple seconds to figure out what's the best possession or what they can do to get the best shot off. They don't have to force everything they go down with.
And an issue has been warned for Coach Tribbett.
Coach Tribb is just very, he's an emotional coach. He puts a lot in this game, so it just gets so frustrating coming down to the end, knowing that your boys are not playing up to their potential.
Absolutely. Big free throw there by Sam Paris of Montverde.
Big free throw.
Now we'll have a 2-possession game with about 30 seconds left. Big rebound by Trey Williams. They will push the ball up. Frank Monpoint, swing to Frank Monpoint. He will attack the lane. And there's no foul called. A lot of contact on that layup.
Coach Tribb is just upset. He feel like a couple of fouls could have been called down at their end. overall, Coach Tribbett is a great guy. He makes a lot of friends for the on the coaches on the opponent's side. He just loves basketball.
Yeah, very, very friendly guy. Can talk to you about anything. And inbound by Frank Monpoint. Oh no, and a loose ball here. And it'll be a foul, and this is good for DME. The ability to get some points on the board while the clock is stopped. Missed free throw there. Oh, a steal by Frank Monpoint. And I'm still awaiting the call there. Was that on? Was the basket good there? Be 2 shots here for Frank Monpoint. The basket is no good.
DME Elite just can't show it on their faces and their body language. They just have to finish this game out with pride and keep fighting to the end.
And that will be it. A lot of missed free throws down the stretch for DME. Had 4 opportunities, missed all of them. It looks like at the end of this game, turnovers and offense and giving up offensive rebounds has really hurt DME at the end.
Definitely. DME did a great job with the free throws, especially in the first half of the game, but the rebounds, very critical for DME.
Augustine Fernandez with the made layup to stretch the lead to 7 points. Game seems to be out of reach for DME. The long rebound, Trey Williams. Full court heave to Quambird. And the basket's no good. It's a tough loss for DME. A lot of mistakes they made on their own. Weren't able to offensive rebound. They weren't able to get the ball on the rebound defensively. And Montverde really took advantage when they needed to.
And DME just needs to learn how to play through the tough patches and the rough patches and make sure they keep their energy all through the game. And one of the big things that will help them is the communication on the floor.
Absolutely. And as we talked about before, they are a very fresh new team, so they'll learn, they'll build off of this. They did some good things. There weren't so many good things, but it'll be a learning experience in the end. And that'll be it today for us from DME Sports Academy. This is Alex Piggott.
And I'm Lauren Turner.
Thanks for joining us today.